And
Yeah.
then there was this case of Lin Hsueh-feng.
Yeah.
What was that about?
She used to be a member of the KMT, and I believe she retired, and she's 55, and she was organizing 6-day group tours to China, to out of Chiayi County, and she's being imprisoned for 8 years. I think she's trying to get it reduced to 4 years. And the prosecutors are alleging that a section chief in mainland China at the Taizhou branch in Zhejiang province commissioned this whole tourism cross-cultural exchange. And the allegation is that the mainland Chinese official gave Lin Hsueh-feng too much money, more money than is reasonable. But we don't know the exact numbers. But Taiwan is considering this as an act of, I suppose, what's the official charge? 1 second here. And they're saying that she's working with a hostile force, and it's a threat to national security.
But what are the tours about? Is it just normal, like recreational vacation tours, or is it a political tour, or what is it about?
Well, I think if you asked Lynn, she would say it's just. She would say, I believe she was quoted saying, "This is just standard cross-cultural exchange. These are just normal tours." But I believe the prosecutors are saying that it's something more sinister. They're saying that this is about convincing Taiwanese people to vote against the DPP and convincing Taiwanese people to 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 become more friendly with China. And in the DPP's eyes, maybe that is considered a threat to national security. You have Lai Ching-te still giving lots of speeches saying that Taiwan, Republic of China, is a sovereign country, and we resist all attempts at reunification. While Xi Jinping is saying reunification is inevitable. So the DPP is in a sense hardening its stance, or it's being consistent. It doesn't want to bend or back down.
Right, but being friendly is not a crime, right?
In my opinion, no, not a crime.
I
Yeah,
don't know in
especially
Taiwan. Maybe it is in Taiwan. I don't know.
it seems like it's dangerous to organize these tours and to organize any sort of cross-cultural exchange that gets traction or attention. It does seem dangerous in Taiwan to do that right now.
But is what was the evidence of convicting her?
Um.
Do they show that,
Well,
or
let's see. The only evidence that I can see is that trip participants paid a tour fee of approximately 500 American dollars, covering flights and meals. During meals, Chinese officials promoted the idea that participants should vote for a particular candidate in Taiwan's January 2024 presidential election and propagated the claim that both sides of the Taiwan Strait are one family. So they probably said the Chinese phrase, 两岸一家亲. Between the two Taiwan Straits, we have familial ties, we have blood bonds. And it seems like this was enough for Lin to get into trouble. The Chiayi District Court rejected her argument that that the CCP was not a hostile foreign force and that the tours were normal cross-strait exchanges. The Chiayi District Court found the covered expenses far exceeded ordinary gift-giving norms and sentenced her to 4 years in prison and 3 years to deprivation of civil rights for violating the Anti-Infiltration Act and the Presidential and Vice Presidential Election and Recall Act. So yeah, these are this is troublesome for sure. We're not getting too much details, and $500 to cover flights and meals, that seems reasonable for a trip from Taiwan to mainland for me. But that's the only numbers I'm seeing.
500? They're making a problem over $500.
Yeah, 500 each. Yeah.
not 500,000.
No, no.
Why? Okay, and just because I'm sure a lot of people will be wondering what do they mean with 500 is too much.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
think that's the scary thing about any sort of law that's tied to national security, as we're seeing in America as well, because the net is very big. You can cast a wide net, and it's very vague, and then the judge can sort of make a decision. Right, one judge to the next, it could be different, and that's dangerous for the everyday person, for the citizen.
but doesn't Taiwan recognize the mainland as China?
Well, that's what's strange about all of this, right? There's
Right? So that's what I mean. I mean, they recognize it as China, right?
yeah.
So what is the problem being friendly with China or being friendly with the people over there or even going there or
I think the problem is that the DPP has gone sort of mask off in a sense. The DPP has come out and said stuff like the Republic of China Constitution is a danger to Taiwan. So they admit that the Republic of China Constitution sees itself as China,
yeah.
but they still want to toe the line that the Americans gave that Taiwan is an independent sovereign state. And so they kind of have to play this game, I suppose. And
Right,
it's
but if they say that the people that the mainland is also there, then the people living on the mainland also. So why is this? It doesn't make any sense,
no, it doesn't make
right?
sense. That
Because that's literally what they are saying. Is literally what Xi Jinping is saying. We are all one,
yeah.
right? Because if you claim the mainland, I suppose they also mean the people living there.
Yeah.
I mean, it's in the constitution also, right? They have
That's
delegates
right.
for Tibet and for Mongolia and all these kind of things. It's in the constitution.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it's really, really weird what they're doing. It doesn't make any sense. It's full of contradictions.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at the younger people in Taiwan, the young adults, a lot of them you don't even if you ask them what's the Republic of China, they'll be like, I'm not sure. Right? They'll be like, oh, our country's official name is Republic of China. The DPP and the media have done a good job of brainwashing the people.
Yeah.